Radhe Radhe everyone, okay? So I am live, right? I'm right. I mean, I'm live right now, right? I need someone to confirm me. नहीं तो मुझे देखना पड़ेगा खुद. लाइट थोड़ा ज़्यादा ये नहीं है. थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही वाइट लग रहा है मुझे. लाइट. ये ठीक है, थोड़ा कूल. नहीं ये तो बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है. This is okay. ये तो वो लग रहा है, वो सेटअप वाला लग रहा है ना. This looks good. Actually no. ये तो गलत हो गया भाई. Nah, this also looks good, ना. But what if I start my VS Code? तो उसमें काला लग रहा है. Okay, so yeah, I have to do something with this. तब तक यार बोलो यार, तुम लोग आए हो कि नहीं? कुछ तो लिखो यार एटलीस्ट कमेंट सेक्शन में. सुन पा रहे हो मुझे? You guys, can you guys hear me? सुनाई दे रहा है? वैसे कोई है भी क्या? ये ठीक है, इसी को रहने देते हैं. थोड़ा डिम कर देते हैं इसको. इसको कोई नहीं है क्या? कोई नहीं देख रहा इसका वीडियो. कंपनी की एडवांस होम टेक. ओके सर, हाँ चलो ये आ रहा तो मतलब ठीक है, आ रहा है. ओके एक काम करता हूँ, मैं डिस्कॉर्ड पे डाल देता हूँ, उसके बाद करते हैं लाइव स्ट्रीम, ठीक है? समझ पा रहा हूँ आज कोई आया नहीं है ऑनलाइन. इट्स ओके भाई. चलो डाल दिया, आना आएगा नहीं आएगा. A was harder than B. ये कौन सा था? No, A was not harder than B. B was like I don't know how have you done the B, like there are a lot of ways to do the B, so it also depends upon the fact that whether on how you have done the B. Okay, it also depends on that. Just a minute, I'll just put it a little bit lower, okay, or rather higher now. Looks good now that's true. So yeah, anyways, so let's so first of all let me remove all these. Excalibur. C was easy, I took more time. C was easy. D I couldn't solve. I felt like we could have solved D, but you know what? Like since I am doing this Codeforces thing after a long time, so I felt like I was too exhausted today. Okay, so that's the reason maybe I haven't done it. But apart from that, yeah. Okay, so let's start. Sorry. So let's start with the first problem. The first problem says that in 2077, everything became fashionable among robots, even arrays. Okay, the problem is a fashionable array. Okay, so in 2077, everything became fashionable among robots, and even arrays. We will call an array of integers a fashionable if minimum of a plus maximum of a is divisible by 2. Okay, without the remainder. So where minimum of a is the minimum element of the array and maximum is the maximum element of the array. You're given an array of integers and you have to you can remove any number of elements on one go or two goes. Okay, it's based on that. So the most important thing is how are you going to do this, right? I'm just assuming that Excalibur works. It works. Great. So they go. Okay, so what you have to do is uh, think of it like you have an array. Okay, now that we have the array, what you can do is on this array, you can first of all sort the whole thing. Okay, you can first of all sort the whole thing. So once it is sorted, you know that the minimum is now over here and the maximum is over here, right? Good, works. Now what was the question telling us? That the addition of minimum and maximum is divisible by 2, which means that it is an even number. So you know one thing, that even plus even is even, and and is even, and odd plus odd is also even. But anything other than this, it is odd. Odd plus even is odd. Short and two pointer till E or O. No, not two pointer till E or O. Why would you need a two pointer? You don't need a two pointer. Like, how do you know if it's even or odd? You never know, no? So what you can do is, since you know that you have to either make both of them even or both of them odd. Now, since if I want to make the minimum number as this, see, I forgot the technique name, but I do left is equal to max of n left r but take min. Okay, we'll look into it. It's okay, we'll look into it. So we have, let's say, if you want to make this as the minimum, okay, this was initially the minimum, but we want to make this as the minimum. So what we have to do is we have to remove this and this, right? Now since we know that we have to either make both of them even or both of them odd. Now if I want to take one element, I have to remove all the elements towards it left, right? And if I want to take an element on over here, I have to remove all the elements towards it right. Okay, so you can find the first element, the first, the position of the first even element. Let me use blue. The position of the first even element and the position of the first odd element, and then the position of the last even element and the last odd element. Okay, and this is the best approach. Either one of them will be the best approach. Okay, either one of them will be the best approach. Now, how do you know which one should be your best approach? It is very easy to find out. Okay, it is basically nothing but check like how many numbers have you deleted for this, and how many numbers you have deleted for this, how many numbers you have deleted for this and this. Add them up. If this is minimum, go for this. If this is minimum, go for this. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. It is like, for first of all, I'm taking the array, I'm putting the assigning the values, and I'm sorting it out as I have mentioned, and then I'm finding what is the first position of odd number and last position of odd, first position of even and last position of even. Okay, then I'm running a loop from 0 to n, and if the moment I find there is an odd number, sorry, until and unless there is not an odd number, you make it O1 plus with. Actually, this would be equal to. Okay, this will be equal to, and this will be not equal to. but it doesn't make much sense, okay, because it is all about the variable name. This is what actually it will be. So until unless it is even, you have to delete them. So make odd one plus 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 plus, okay. So these are the numbers that you have to delete. And for even, until unless it is odd, I mean until it, like for every odd you have to delete it, right? For every odd you delete it, and you go on doing it, okay. You go on doing it for even and even also, and now find out whichever is minimum. For odd, how many even have you deleted from the left hand, and how many even element have you deleted from the right hand? And for even, how many odd elements you have deleted from the left and how many you have deleted from the right hand? Okay. Is it clear? Can we move on to B, because this one was a very easy problem, I guess. Is it clear? Can we move on to B? Okay, great, great. Okay, so let's move on to B. Down with brackets. अरे यार आज ये कैसा लग रहा है, मतलब पूरा सूखा सूखा सा नहीं लग रहा कमेंट सेक्शन? क्या बोलते हो अक्षत भाई? सूखा सूखा नहीं लग रहा कमेंट सेक्शन? Bro, 13 people are watching this. Okay, bro, okay. Whoever is watching this, just give me a subscribe, man. Just do subscribe my channel and like, and be a little bit responsive in the live chat, okay? Like, people who have been watching me throughout a long time, they know, like, भाई इतना सूखा सूखा मजा नहीं आता. ठीक है, चलो. Next problem, down with brackets. In 2077, there are two ways to do this problem, okay? I'll explain both of them. In 2077, robots decided to get rid of balanced bracket sequences once. Oh भाई मक्खी आ गया ऊपर से. Okay, chalo. Once and for all, a bracket sequence is called balanced if it can be constructed by following formal grammar. Now, what is a bracket sequence? What is a balanced bracket? You know it. It's like basically. लाइट में दिख रहा है क्या तुम लोगों को मक्खी जो घूम रहा है इधर? अभी नहीं है. So the empty sequence is balanced. If the bracket sequence A is balanced, then this A is also balanced, and if A and B are balanced, then concatenated A B is also balanced, which means that it is simple like normal balanced bracket, like as you have done in application of stack balancing the brackets. Okay. So what you did you guys see that? I think there was a C was tough. How many people solved it? Yeah, C was easy. I mean, obviously not easy. It was medium, I guess, but D was hard, but I was really astonished to see that how much, like, there are a lot of people who have solved D. It's good, man. It's good from the end. So what you have to find is you're the head of the department for combating balanced bracket sequence, and your main task is to determine which brackets you can destroy and which you cannot. You're given a balanced bracket sequence represented by a string S consisting of the characters this bracket and this bracket. Since the robot's capabilities are not limitless, they can remove exactly one opening bracket and exactly one closing bracket from the string. Okay, so it is like you can take away any one of the opening bracket and any one of the closing bracket from the string. And you have to say whether the aim of the robot is to make it unbalanced after doing this. So you have to say whether the robots can achieve it or not, achieve their aim or not. Because let's say मैं example दिखाता हूँ. There is a very basic example. Like let's say if this is an example, okay, this is a bracket and this is a bracket. So this is initially balanced. Now no matter whichever opening bracket you take off and whichever closing bracket you take off, it is still balanced, right? So the robot can't, in any instance, it can't do it like that. Okay, it is not possible. Now let's have some other instance. ऐसे समझ लो ये ऐसा है, ठीक है? This is another test case. Okay, so what the robot can do is he can take away either this and this. So it is still valid, right? So obviously he won't take away this and this. So what he'll do is he'll take away this and this. Bro, it is still valid. ये भी नहीं ले सकता. He can take away this along with this, right? The moment I clear it, it will be valid. So I'm not clearing it. Okay. So he can't take away this bracket. With this bracket, he has to take away one of the opening brackets, right? So he can take away this. If you take away this, okay, this one, then also it will be valid. If you take away this, it will be valid. If you take away this, it will be valid. So I'm not taking them out. Now if you take away this, okay, now no matter if you take away this, it will be valid. If you take away this, it will be valid. If you take away this, it will be valid. So do you notice one pattern over here? The pattern is, first of all, like I didn't notice it during the contest. Okay, let me be very much honest. I didn't notice it during the. So I didn't notice it during the contest. But after the contest, when I looked at this pattern, I was like, okay, this could have been done more easily. Okay, but I will also explain my damn. I will also explain my one. I will also explain what the optimal most approach is. Okay, so the most optimal approach is, if you notice, there is a pattern that if the first bracket that is opening, it is closing at the end, then it is a balanced. What to say? It is it will be balanced even if you take away any two of them. Okay, no matter however you do the operations, it will be always balanced. Okay, but इसका एक थोड़ा सा modification करूँगा. If I do a little bit of modification on this, that will be a greedy approach. Okay, that is to take away the first opening bracket and the first closing bracket. So you know one thing, that the first opening bracket is this. Okay, I'll just show you like how stupid I have done it. Okay, how stupid I am. So it is like first opening bracket you take it off and you take away the last closing bracket. But since you know that it is already balanced, okay, since you know that it is already balanced, so what is the best approach? Just to take away the first element and the last element. That is the greedy approach that will tell you. And after you're done with it, okay, like what was the main goal? We have to find whether the starting bracket that starts over here is ended at the end or not. So what we can do is we can remove them and find if the remaining of the sequence, if it is balanced or not. Okay, बस इतना ही था, इतना ही है और कुछ नहीं है. Now if you look at my code, I'll show you what my code looks like. B wala. See, what I have done is, this is a very stupid thing. I have checked for all the elements and I have found out whether position the first opening bracket is. I'm putting it as P1 and I'm breaking it. And for from the back I'm checking whichever is the this. So it is basically nothing, but you didn't need to do this. Okay, this was not necessary. This whole part was not necessary actually. What was actually necessary was this. Okay, कुछ नहीं चाहिए था भाई इसमें. तो ऐसा समझ लो, it is like लैग कर रहा हूँ क्या मैं? चेक कर लेता हूँ. ठीक है. So just think it like this, that whatever we are doing is, first of all we are making the answer as yes. Then we are making it n is equal to s dot length, and then we are traversing through it, and we are normally doing the checking of the stack, but we are excluding the first element and we are excluding the last element. Okay, so that to check even after removing the first and last element if it is balanced or not. If it is balanced, then uh, it's a no, because it was given that whether he can disturb it or not. Okay, whether he can disturb the balancedness of that or not. So if ch is equal to this st dot push ch, else if ch is equal to this, then if st is empty, what is st? St stack basically. So if it is empty, then make flag is equal to false and break. If total balance sequence more than one stack or more than one, yes, then yes. Total balance sequence more than one stack or more than one stack. Okay. If total balance sequence are more than one, then yes, exactly. You're right. See, what I'm doing is I'm just checking for if it is one. You're checking for if it is more than one, it is yes. I'm checking for one and I'm telling that if it is yes or not. Okay. There may be some other method to do this also. Like there is another easy method is to just to find out like how many, as test charge has told that to find out how many total balance sequences are there. You can also find it out like if st.empty, if st.empty, make it plus like that, right? You can also do it like that. But I am just making it very simple for you guys to understand, as I am removing the first and the last bracket, and then I am checking if it is still balanced or not. If it is balanced, it means that there is only one balance sequence. Okay, one stack of balance sequence. And this is basically nothing but the algorithm to find whether a string is bracket balanced or not. Okay, normal stack. And if it is so, if it is bracket balanced, that is if it st is empty and flag is true. What is flag? Flag is basically at any position if it is ending and the stack is empty, which means that I have to pop out an element from the stack, but the stack is already empty. So in that case, I can't do anything. So just because I can't do anything, I can say that it's false. Okay. So if it is true as well as it is empty, then it's a no. Otherwise, it's a yes. Okay. Any doubt, or should I move on to C? C is the last problem that I will be explaining. Okay. So if you have any doubt, just clarify. Okay. Any doubt regarding B, you guys can clarify. And if you guys think that okay, I should move on to C, then just write a yes on this poll. Okay. Okay. So test charge wrote some test case now. एक सेकंड रुको. हाँ. For this, हाँ, this is obviously right. ये तो है ही भाई. ये तो मैं अब इतने देर से समझा रहा हूँ ना, ये वाला. No, no लिखा भाई दोनों किसी ने. No क्यों है भाई? I think two people said no. Why? Just mention why, man. And people who are watching this, भाई subscribe कर लो भाई. कर दो subscribe. कर दो start. See. Test start का ये doubt था क्या? Is this a doubt? Test start? Is it a doubt? भाई नहीं तो सी करूंगा भाई, खत्म कर दूंगा भाई आज के लिए, बस बहुत है. Yes, can you just repeat quickly by your method? Okay, देखो यही वाला चाहिए ना तुमको, this one. He left the stream, let's start. No, no, he is in the stream. We'll start man. 2 मिनट लगेगा भाई, वो भी एक्सप्लेन करने में 2 ही मिनट लगेगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. See, test charge, what I am doing. So this is it, right? Now I am removing the first element and the last element. ठीक है, फिर मैंने ले लिया स्टैक. कॉलेज में नहीं हूँ भाई, जॉब कर रहा हूँ भाई. फिर मैंने ले लिया स्टैक. ओके, नाउ आई रिमूव दिस एलिमेंट and put it in the stack, and the moment I find out this, I remove it from the stack. Then I go to this, ये भी हटा देता हूँ मैं, stack में डालता हूँ, फिर ये हटा देता हूँ, फिर stack से remove कर देता हूँ. Now what is the size of the stack now? It is 0, so it is a no. ठीक है, it's a no. If it would be not 0, then it will be a yes. Okay, because that is balanced right now. Okay, at any position अगर ये balance नहीं होता, ठीक है, तो ये दिस इज बेसिकली नॉर्मल स्टैक वाला एल्गोरिथम. ठीक है, अगर ये बैलेंस नहीं होगा तब अलग बात होगा. चलो, आई थिंक इट इज क्लियर नाउ. टाइम फॉर व्हाट? सीपी. भाई सो मेनी पीपल आर राइटिंग नो. ओके, ऐसा नहीं है कि लाइक माय चैट सेक्शन हैज बीन डिसेबल्ड फॉर यू गाइस. So if it is a no, then tell me like what is the doubt that you are having. Otherwise I'll move on to C, man. Yeah, start C, exactly. C is racing. Racing. In 2077, a sports car called, a sport called hobby droning is gaining popularity among robots. You already have a drone and you have to win it. For this, your drone needs to fly through a course of n obstacles. For the ith obstacle is defined by, this is related to a very, it is related to a game that we used to play a lot. Okay, it is similar to Flappy Bird game. Okay, so the ith obstacle is defined by two numbers, L of I and R of I. Let the height of your drone at the ith obstacle will be h of I. Then the drone can pass through it if L of I is lesser than equal to h of I, lesser than equal to R of I. Initially the drone is on ground, meaning h of 0 is equal to 0. Okay. The flight program for drone is represented by an array d1, d2, like that. What does it mean? That it means that in the next step, okay, in the next step, what the drone can do is it can either stay at that position or rise by 1. Okay, this means that your drone can either does not change the height, otherwise the obstacle, height, or rises by 1. Okay. Now you already have a flight program that you know already that some points it will be remaining at its same height and some points it will be rising by a height of 1. But some of the elements are given as d of I as -1, which means that now it is up to you whether you want to raise their height or not. And mark as minus. Replace the unknown d of I with numbers 0 and 1 to create a flight program that passes through the entire obstacle course. So what does it mean? Just try to visualize this. Okay? So you guys have played Flappy Bird, right? So let's say your bird is at this position. After that you can move on by one position. Okay. After that you can move on by one position and go on like this. Otherwise you could have stayed at that position and move on by one position and go on like this. Or you could have stayed at that position throughout. Okay. So for this case, all of them works. But what if I told you that this was like this? So this will be not working, right? These two conditions won't be working. So what you have to do is you have to go for one and then either stay at the same position or raise by one. Okay? Is this clear? Is the diagram clear? Is the visual representation of it clear or not? Tell me. But we are given range of obstacle to pass, not above. हाँ हाँ, तो वही बोल रहा हूँ ना मैं. It's like, let's say the R is over here and the L is over here. ठीक है? The R is over here and L is over here. So that is what I'm telling you that you have to avoid. Pass, avoid इसमें same ही है. Like you have to just imagine of it. इसलिए मैंने बोला ना कि you have to visually think of the what the visual representation is like. Okay. Okay. सही है. So this is clear, right? Now, how to do it? Okay. What if I tell you that the problem was from a glance, from a higher glance, it may seem that it is a DP problem, but it is a greedy problem. Okay, it is a greedy problem. How to know whether it is a greedy or DP problem? Just think of it like this. ठीक है, अच्छे से समझना. What is the initial value of H? It is 0, right? H is 0. Now, let's take an example. Let's take a test case. Okay. Let's take एक छोटा सा लेता है टेस्ट केस. ठीक है. अबे यार एक वन तो दे दो. हाँ चलो ये वाला टेस्ट केस लेता है. ठीक है. लेट्स टेक दिस टेस्ट केस. ठीक है. Now see. So whenever there is a 1, it means that either he can move upwards or not. ठीक है. तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि either he can move upwards or not. वापस there is a -1, मतलब वापस again he can either move upwards or not. ठीक है. Now there is a 1 over here. समझो कि like up to here it was like this one. Now there is a 1 over here, which means that he will move upwards for all of them. ठीक है. For all of them, he is lagging a bit. अच्छा, lagging in the sense कि whatever I am saying, it is reaching you around 10 seconds later, right? That is a thing. We can't help, like, to get a better quality of stream, that has to be sacrificed. Okay. Because I don't have that huge level of GPU and like supporting. Okay. So see, whenever there is a 1, it means that all of them will be going up by 1. ठीक है. अब ये क्या हुआ? Now this has come over here. Okay. Now it is again a -1, which means that either it will be going like this. Will you upload the video? Yeah, it is like whatever I am streaming, whatever this live stream is there, it will be there. Okay, it will be there. So for this -1, you can either stay over here or move upwards. For this also, you can either stay over here or move upwards. For this also, you can either stay over here or move upwards. ठीक है. Again, it is a -1. which means you can either stay over here or move upwards. 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 ठीक है? Now it is a 0, which means 0 0 तो पूरा normal जाएगा. ठीक है? 0 0 पूरा normal जाएगा ये. मतलब देख लो, it is like there are lot of possibilities. If you look at it, there are lot of possibilities. But हम लोग recursion use नहीं करेंगे, कुछ और use करेंगे. But वो समझने के लिए क्या use करेंगे, ये greedy algorithm क्यों satisfy करेगा always, you have to visualize it. You have to visualize the recursion. Okay. Now it is a -1, which means वापस same ही होगा. Either same or increase. 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 है ना? अब clear है पूरा. Everything is properly clear, right? क्या कर रहा हूँ? Either same कर रहा हूँ या फिर increase कर रहा हूँ. Either same कर रहा हूँ या फिर increase कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है? Clear है. अब एक बात बताओ. From this, we can say one thing, that no matter whatever it is, we can find whatever is the minimum value of h and what is the maximum value of h at that specific position. है ना? ये तो मैं कर सकता हूँ. तो ऐसे समझते हैं, ब्लू वाला मैक्सिमम वैल्यू है. ठीक है? तो इधर मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ये है. तो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या होगा? मैं पहले मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ट्रेस कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है? ध्यान से देखना. ठीक है? और अब मैं मिनिमम वैल्यू ट्रेस करूंगा. ठीक है? यानी कि मेरा जो लास्ट में whatever like the value of the h will be at the last, at the end, it has to be in this range, right? Now that we know for every position whatever is the maximum and whatever is the minimum value, we can now traverse from the back to the front. Okay, now we are going to traverse from the back to the front and check कि ये जो maximum value है, do I need to decrease it or not? Okay, if I need to decrease it, then make this as 1. Okay, but if I don't need to decrease it, make it as 0. ठीक है? समझ लो क्या बोल रहा हूं मैं. ये ना ऐसे समझ में आएगा नहीं वैसे, I guess. इसको कोड दिखाना पड़ेगा तुमको. देखो, as I was telling you, this is completely input वाला part. Now I am having a minimum height and maximum height. For every one I am doing what? I am getting the current minimum height and the current maximum height, and if it is a 0, so we are not going to change it, right? If it is a 1, then both the minimum and maximum changes. I am understanding very well. Okay, so both of them changes. Now if the next minimum height it is 1, then both of them become +1. Otherwise the minimum height I will make it as it is, and the maximum height I will increase by 1, because I can increase it by 1. It is up to me whether I want to increase it by 1 or not. Okay, so using this I can do everything that I needed, and minimum height of I plus 1 is equal to maximum of minimum height, next minimum height, comma, obstacles I dot first. Okay, so are you getting it that what we have done over here, what we are doing is, instead of making it just the minimum and maximum, we are also going to consider the obstacle I dot first. Okay, what is first? First is basically nothing but the L value. Okay, so if the L is above the minimum, देखो आराम मतलब देखना समझना, ठीक है? Let's say now the red obstacle, okay, at this position, ये ऐसा है समझ लो, but this obstacle ये जो है, this is above that green line, so I can't keep that green as this. I have to move it up. है ना? I have to make it like this line. ठीक है, समझ रहे हो क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Like a range, exactly, like a range. So this is also a condition that you have to find. Now what if at the same way this red is like this, then also we have to make it like this, no? Then also we have to make it like this. So we'll make it like that also for minimum, whichever is minimum, maximum height, या फिर the second one, whichever is minimum, we have to make it at any position. If minimum height is greater than maximum height, then it is not possible. Is it clear? Yes or no? At any position, if the minimum height is lesser than greater than the maximum height, it is not possible. This is an observation that you have to do very carefully. Okay. ऐसे में थोड़ा सा एकदम बेसिक सा तुमको एक टेस्ट केस दिखा रहा हूँ जिसमें हो सकता है ये वाला केस. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि देयर इज एन ऑब्स्टिकल लाइक दिस. ठीक है. Why are we doing from last and not? No, this is till now we are doing from front. Okay. अभी तक I have not come to that case only. वो लास्ट वाला. तो अभी देखो, you can never go down ना. You can never go down, right? So once you have come over here, you can't never go down. So that is the reason where this will break. Okay, so this is the test case where this will break. Okay, if it is not possible, then C out -1. Done. Now we are going to traverse the reverse way. Now Rushan was telling me, right, that why are we doing it last and not from front. Okay, so Rushan, just look at this, okay, carefully. If you're doing from the end, okay, now we are going to, it is like, just think of it like कि हम लोग ना बैक ट्रैक कर रहे हैं. We are just back tracking the problem, but it is not backtrack. Okay, whatever we have done till now, now we are going to do the reverse of that. Okay, we are going back. कोड से समझाता हूँ तुमको, बेटर होगा. देखो, now you got the h and h. Now I have to finalize what is the h, the value of h. Okay, the finalized value of h, initially it will be maximum. Because why is it maximum? Now this is where the greedy part comes. See, if I know that this is the maximum, then I will keep it as the maximum now. I won't consider it starting from over here, right? Because you know one thing, that you can rise but you can't fall, right? In Flappy Bird what happened, it was rising and falling also, but over here you can only rise, you can't fall. So you have to go with a greedy approach. Okay, if it was somewhat like Flappy Bird, then it will be a recursion problem, but now over here it is not a recursion problem. Okay, so it is like you can only rise. So what is the best approach? To keep it as raised as possible. Okay, you will try to keep it as raised as possible. So you have to keep it as the maximum. Okay, now you are going to go for all the remaining elements from the back. That is, current height at the next obstacle is final h I plus 1, right? Oh, okay. I did a mistake over here. This will be 2. But yeah, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Right? So whatever is the height for the next... Oh, sorry. This is n plus 1. This is n plus 1. So yeah, then that is okay. This is n. Okay, I get it. So the final h of height is n. Okay. Then what we are going to do is, we are going to find out what is the current height at the next obstacle. Okay, at the next obstacle the height is h of I plus 1. Now, if the present element is not -1, that is, we can't modify it. Okay, so if we can't modify it, so you have to just, if it is 1, so just reduce the height of it by 1. If it is 0, just keep it as it is. So minus d of I will be working for it. Okay, otherwise you have to check this. Okay, now look at this condition. If the current height at the next obstacle is greater than equal to the minimum height of the present obstacle, and the current height at the next obstacle is lesser than equal to maximum height at the present obstacle, then I will not do any change, because what is the greedy approach telling me? That keep the height as much as possible. Okay, so I will keep it as 0, and I will keep the final height at the current position as whatever the height is at the next obstacle. But if it is not possible for me to do it, then I have no other way but I have to make it 1, and I have to reduce it by 1. Okay, clear है ये? Is this clear? This is it, nothing else. इतना ही है और कुछ नहीं है. It is basically like earlier we were doing, like checking whether it is below that, greater than equal to L and lesser than equal to R. But now what we are doing is, it is greater than equal to min of minimum height and lesser than equal to maximum height. Okay, if it is so, then don't change it, keep it as it is. But if it is not so, then okay, we have to go for -1, we have to change it by -1. See, if it is so, it means that this condition will be satisfying. Okay, this condition will be satisfying no matter what, but this condition is not satisfying. Okay, so just to satisfy this condition, we are doing this, and after we are just printing the D of I. So is the whole thing clear या फिर कुछ doubt है? Like मैं तो पहले ये poll खत्म करता हूँ, end poll. Any doubt regarding this? You guys can tell me. Otherwise, I'll end the chat. I mean, sorry, end the live stream. कोई doubt है? Doubt है? Like there is a doubt. Then write, man. Write in the live chat. No, I will not do D. I haven't done D. So if you want me to do D, then I have to go through the editorial. But I don't think the editorial is out yet. And anyways, people, whoever is watching this video, okay, so just to subscribe, like, comment, ठीक है? रेटिंग वो तो बहुत कम है भाई. स्पेशलिस्ट हूँ. I'm a specialist, and I have a lot of profile. I mean, it is somewhat 1500 if I'm not wrong. On Codeforces it is 1500, but I had a peak rating of 1600 something. I was once an expert, but now I'm just a specialist. Okay. और मतलब ऐसे बताओ यार, कुछ और डिस्कस करना है तो बताओ, डाउट के अलावा. Okay, so I'll just rate down all the problems. Okay, whatever I have done today. Nice. I think that for today's problem, only 6 categories are enough, I guess. Rather 5 categories are enough. Okay, ऐसे रखते हैं, ठीक है. This is medium. This is hard. And this is easy. So the first problem, A was the minimum thing. नहीं, हाँ वो easy था. B will be over here, and C will be a medium problem. D I haven't done, but I think D, E, F, G, H will be lying over here. Okay, so that is it. That is it, man. That is it. Anything else you guys want me to discuss or do anything about that? Is lol. Is this a tile list? It is like yeah, it is a kind of tile list, but it is like a completely my done rating. Okay, I think Cheyenne is doing live stream right now. No, most probably Cheyenne is live, I guess. Hmm. Cheyenne code forces. देखते हैं. Did I post? Did I click on his video or I thought I just clicked on his channel? You guys know this guy, Cheyenne? I thought he is live. This guy is like, if you look at Code Forces, okay, if you look at the home of Code Forces, oh boy, so this guy streams over there, okay, he's a damn guy, man. Like whatever problems I can't do, I just look into his solutions. It's like uh, I try to understand problems from him, okay, and I feel like that this guy is damn good. Leave it, man. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Okay, guys, that was it from my end. So I'm just assuming that there is no doubt from you guys' side and we are good with it. Okay. So okay, good night, guys. Good night. Tomorrow there is a lead code contest. Like I may be streaming that. Okay, I may be streaming that. You guys can join it. Okay, chalo. Bye.